Hi everyone and welcome to the latest episode of Just Good Games. Just before I start, I would like to give a massive shout out to two fellow gaming channels. Grind Gaming, who besides making awesome videos are doing the Lord's work and trying to get a community of gamers and gaming channels together to help support each other. It is vastly appreciated. And Giggle Squid Gaming, who I found out about via Grind Gaming doing their thing. They are great channels and it's just great to see a community of gamers and gaming channels getting together to support each other. Their links are in the description below. There's a couple of subscribers who I will eventually shout out in the future, but I'm going to space them out as to make it feel special. But look out, subscribers, as you're going to get some shout outs soon. Some of my loyal ones who have been there since the start. So today I will be reviewing the third of the 4 Nintendo Switch games that I picked out in my autumn and winter preview of the Nintendo Switch. Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 was released on the 31st of October, Halloween. See what they did there? On the Nintendo Switch. I have been looking forward to playing this game for ages. I had number 1 back in the day, back on the GameCube, which came out way back in 2002. It was a launch title. I didn't play number 2 on the DS, so it's been a long 17 years since I hunted some ghosts with Mario's younger brother. And remember, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Luigi, his pet ghost, Polterpup, his brother Mario, Princess Peach and a group of toads receive an invitation to the luxurious high-rise hotel of the last resort and decides to visit there for a vacation. After arriving and settling in, Luigi awakens during the night to find the hotel is deserted, transformed into a haunted building, and the others are missing. I'm going to leave it there just to avoid spoilers, as although the story is simple and pretty basic, like most Mario games, there's a few surprises which are cool to discover for yourselves, but essentially you have to work your way up to the top of the haunted hotel, floor by floor, hunting ghosts and solving puzzles to rescue your friends. It's very simple, and it's such a fun gameplay loop though. It never outstays its welcome and manages to stay interesting through the 10 to 15 hours worth of gameplay in the story mode. Speaking of gameplay, this game is just chock full of ideas, inventive puzzles and ways to essentially use the 5 to 6 moves Luigi has at his disposal. You have your flashlight, which is used to stun enemies, Alan Wake style, so you can suck them up into your poltergust model G00 or goo. When you are sucking them up, you can use the new slam move to slam the ghosts around. This comes in good use when taking on multiple ghosts, as you can slam them into each other. You can also blow with your poltergust, but that is more to solve puzzles than to actually capture ghosts. The greatest new addition to this game is Luigi. What could have been an awful gimmick is one of the greatest ways to solve puzzles. Luigi can get into the places that Luigi just can't. He can squeeze through tubes, grates and walk through spikes. His only weakness is water. You will need him to help suck up and pull heavier objects, bigger ghosts and doors and devices which require 2 people to operate. Your poltergust is also now equipped with plungers which can be shot at objects and then pulled towards you with the poltergust. Your flashlight also has a dark light mode which can be used to reveal hidden objects and doors. All of these moves and features just make for an absolutely amazing experience. There's a nice variety of ghosts also. They never get too boring or tedious. Each require a specific way to capture, and the way it just keeps throwing out new ideas with similar ghosts is very cool. The level design is pretty much the main star of the show here. The game has more ideas in one floor than most games have over entire campaigns. Floors 7, 8 and 10 were my favourites. I won't say what they are, as part of the joy of the game is finding out what theme the next floor has. The bosses are also fantastic, And like, although they're very, very simple, like your classic 3 hit formula, it is really intriguing to find out how to defeat them and how to use like all the techniques you pick up on that floor to finally defeat the boss. The only drawbacks are there's one level about halfway through which is a bit tedious, and the mechanics of what you do on that floor are a bit clunky and frustrating to use, especially when taking on the boss. I played this game exclusively in handheld mode, and it looked as good as most Switch games do. I don't expect a mega amount from the graphics on my Nintendo Switch. I just want it to look good, and I want that Nintendo goodness, as I've said before, and this game passes with flying colours on that front. There's also multiplayer modes, which consist of many fun mini games to play. You can play them with your friends or even on your own. Coin floating, cannon barrage and ghost hunts, it's all pretty much like the mini games in a Mario Party mode, like in a Mario Party game, when you split into 2 teams and compete. You can also take on 25 randomly generated floors of ghosts with your friends also. There's also, in the story modes, there's like collectibles, like you've got to get gems on each floor and other things I won't say because it's almost a minor spoiler. And this adds about 5 extra hours really to the campaign. To summarise, Luigi's Mansion 3 was well worth the wait. Like most of Nintendo's exclusives, it is just full to the brim with new ideas and is just really, really fun to play. It's a bit short and it's a bit too easy at times, but Nintendo make games for everyone. They make games from the ages of 8 to 80 for people to enjoy. The collectibles are what like most people with the hardcore will spend their time doing, and that adds a bit more of a challenge to it. This game is only really held back by a couple tedious flaws and something which is done to prolong the game between floors, which I found a bit annoying. Otherwise, it would almost be a perfect Nintendo game. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with the other plumber, so I'm going to give Luigi's Mansion 3 a 9 out of 10. So there you have it, we're at the end of another video. Thank you for watching Just Good Games. Now, all I need from you is to subscribe, like, share, comment, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. And we do have a Patreon now. It's sort of set up. Just give it a look. Take it into consideration. I don't blame you if you don't become a Patreon yet, as more will be set up in the future. But it's a start. So once again, thank you. And you've been watching Just Good Games, Luigi's Mansion 3 review.